This footage comes from an elevator security camera inside a residential building. The building has 12 floors. Nothing unusual had ever been reported before. No incidents, no complaints, nothing out of the ordinary. Until one night, the system logged a floor that doesn't exist. The recording begins at 2:14 a.m. The elevator is empty. The doors are closed. The panel shows the current floor, 3. No one has entered. No button has been pressed. And yet, the elevator begins to move, slowly at first, then steadily upward. The floor indicator changes. 4, 5, 6. Everything seems normal. But then something changes. The number on the panel flickers, just for a moment. And instead of showing 7, it shows something else. A symbol, not a number. It's only visible for less than a second. Then it corrects itself. 7. The elevator continues moving. 8, 9, 10. The motion is smooth. No sudden stops. No interruptions. At 11, the elevator slows down, as if preparing to stop. But it doesn't. It continues upward. And that's when the panel changes again. This time, it doesn't flicker. It clearly shows 13. There is no 13th floor in this building. The elevator stops. The doors remain closed for a moment. Then they open. There is no hallway, no lights, no walls, just darkness. Complete darkness. The camera tries to adjust. The exposure shifts, but nothing becomes visible. It's not that the lights are off, it's that there is nothing to illuminate. No surfaces, no structure, just an empty void beyond the doors. The elevator remains open for exactly 7 seconds. Then, without any input, the doors close. The elevator begins moving again, this time downward. The panel returns to normal. 12, 11, 10. Everything looks exactly as it should, as if nothing happened. The elevator stops at floor 1. The doors open, and someone enters. A man. He looks tired, distracted. He presses the button for floor 8. The doors close. The elevator begins to move. Everything is normal, until it reaches the same point again. At 11, the elevator slows, and instead of going to 12, it goes back to 13. The man notices. He looks at the panel, confused. He presses multiple buttons. Nothing responds. The doors open again, the same darkness. But this time, there is a sound, very faint, like something moving. Far away, the man hesitates. He doesn't step out. He presses the close door button repeatedly. The doors close. But just before they shut completely, something shifts in the darkness. Not clearly, not fully visible, but enough to suggest movement. The doors close. The elevator descends rapidly, faster than before. The man backs into the corner. He doesn't move. He doesn't speak. The camera records everything. And then, the footage cuts. The next recording begins at 2:19 a.m., 5 minutes later. The elevator is empty again. The doors are closed. The panel shows floor 1. Everything appears normal. But the system log shows something unusual. The elevator never returned to floor 1. There is no recorded descent, no transition, just a sudden state change from 13 to 1. The recording continues. At 2:20 a.m., the elevator doors open. No one is there, but something is different. There are marks on the floor, near the entrance. Not footprints, not exactly. More like pressure, as if something heavy had been standing there for a long time. The camera captures the empty space, then slowly, the panel lights up again, without anyone pressing anything. The elevator begins to move, upward. 1, 2, 3. The motion is slower this time, more controlled, almost deliberate. At floor 6, the elevator stops. The doors do not open. They remain closed, but something happens inside. The lights flicker. Once, twice, and then stabilize. At floor 9, the same thing happens. A flicker, a brief distortion, and then normal. At 11, the elevator stops again. This time, the doors open, but not fully. Only halfway, as if something is blocking them. The gap is narrow, but through it, the darkness is visible again. Closer this time. Closer than before. The camera struggles to adjust. There's a shape, not clear, not defined, but present. The doors attempt to close. They fail. They try again. And again. Each time stopping at the same point, as if something is preventing them. Then suddenly, the obstruction is gone. The doors close. The elevator descends immediately. Fast, unnaturally fast, skipping floors. The panel flashes numbers too quickly to read, until it stops. At floor 1, the doors open. The lobby is visible, empty, silent. But the floor of the elevator is no longer clean. There is something there now, a faint pattern, not visible at first. But as the camera adjusts, it becomes clearer. Marks, multiple, layered over each other, like something had been moving inside the elevator, back and forth, repeatedly, for a long time. The footage ends at 2:23 a.m. The elevator was taken out of service the next day. No one has used it since, and the building management removed the 13th floor from all system logs. But the footage remains. If the elevator stopped at a floor that shouldn't exist, would you step out?